Hi everyone, welcome back to day 15 of my 25 days of Christmas. So if you have not been around over the last 14 days, I am posting a new project every single day for the first 25 days of December leading up to Christmas. So we are currently on day 15 and I'm super excited because I'm going to be showing you guys how to make gift tags. Making tags is one of my favorite things during the holidays. I love putting a handmade tag on a package, and one of the main reasons that I think I like it so much is because you can personalize it to whatever your needs are. So for me personally, I normally try to match like the wrapping paper I'm using or something like that. But if you have somebody that really likes a specific design, like somebody that really likes poinsettias, maybe you really want to use this designer series paper so that you can tailor it to them. And it just opens up so many opportunities and so many possibilities for your gift packaging during the holidays. So we're going to be doing that today. I'm going to show you step by step how I made this one, and then I'm just going to kind of talk through how I made these other two because they're very, very similar. So the main things that we're going to be using today are the Festive Post stamp set as well as the Hippo and Friends dies. So let's jump into it. So the first thing that I'm going to do, really all I need are 3 pieces of paper here. So I have this little piece of Whisper White. I'm going to scooch that off to the side for a second. I have this designer series paper, which is from the Flowers for Every Season pack, which is actually a stack of paper that's in the annual catalog. And then I also have some Just Jade here. So what I have done is I took these dies from the Hippo and Friends set. So these are the smaller of the two. There's another one that's kind of the same hexagon type shape that's a little bit bigger, but we're going to use the 2 smaller ones for today. So the larger one I'm going to be using as my main tag. And what I did was I just kind of grabbed a piece of cardstock and kind of saw how large this piece was. Basically, your piece of cardstock needs to be the width of your piece, so you can see it's the width of my piece, but then double the length, if that makes sense, okay? And the reason we're going to do that is because we're going to fold this piece of cardstock in half, give it a really good crease, just like that. And this is how we are going to cut out our pieces. So I'm going to, when I cut this out, and here I will zoom in so you guys can see. There. So when I cut this out, I'm going to take the folded edge and I'm going to take my die and I'm going to put it just slightly over where that fold is. So if I flip this over, you'll see that I'm not actually cutting right on that folded, I'm not cutting on that fold. And what that does is it keeps that fold right there so that we actually have a functioning tag, okay? So you just barely want it overhanging the fold of your paper, okay? And then for the other die, I'm going to just cut it out of this designer series paper. Nothing super special there. So let's bring in our machine. Okay, and I'm going to put this one, I'm going to put this one up here first just because I'm not as concerned about that one. And then this one I am going to, again, just very slightly overlap the top of the die with the fold of the paper. And if you want, you can put like some washi tape or something down. I'm not super concerned about it. It normally goes pretty easy. So I am just going to crank it through. Okay. Okay, so now you can see I have this piece here and it just pops right out of the die, but because we didn't cut where that fold was, it now folds really nice and easily, just like a fun little tag. So this is how I make most of my tags. You can do this exact same concept with basically any die, any paper, really anything. I've used this for 100 different things and it works perfectly. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my piece of designer series paper and I'm just going to get a little bit of Stampin' seal on the back. Okay, and then I'm going to find which way I like it the best, and I think I like it this way the best. And then I'm going to center this right down here on one side. Oops, that wasn't very good. On one side of the tag. Just like so. Just like that. Okay? So we're not done with our die cutting though, because we want a little hole to thread our ribbon through, right? So there is this itty bitty teeny tiny die in the Hippo and Friends set. So this is made, you could use it for quite a few different things, to put ribbons through, to whatever. Basically, it just creates a little slit. So what we are going to do is we're going to grab our machine again, and actually I'm going to bring the machine over first before I try to do anything. Okay, we're going to grab our machine again, and we're going to set this down. So we have 3 layers here, potentially, of cardstock. I'm going to just take my little slit die, and I'm going to put it right up at the top where I want my ribbon to go. And then I'm just going to smoosh it down, crank it through, and because we do have a few layers, I'm actually going to run it through twice. So once forward and then once back to me. And ta-da! Now I have a little slit here that my ribbon can feed through really nicely for my little tag. Really, really simple and easy. I swear. Like, this is, I think you end up with a really nice professional looking tag, but it doesn't actually take much effort, and it's really not that difficult to make, which I love. I'm going to zoom out just a smidge because I think it's getting a little grainy. Okay. So let's set that off to the side just for a second. I'm going to bring back this itty bitty tiny piece of Whisper White, and I'm going to be using Real Red ink today. This is the stamp from the Festive Post stamp set that just says Merry Christmas, and I'm just going to stamp that right there in the center. And then I am going to grab my tag again. I'm going to open it up, and there is a little to and from stamp in the set as well, and so I just stamped the to and from in the tag so that I can actually use it as a functional tag. Okay, then we're going to flip over our little sentiment here. I'm going to do a couple dimensionals on the back. And then I'm going to take this little piece and stick it right there in the center. Super stinking cute. I am then going to grab this Real Red sheer ribbon. If you've been around for a little while, you know I am obsessed with this ribbon. It is my absolute favorite. I love it. So I'm just going to cut off a piece of this ribbon. I'm going to fold it in half. So you want to start with a fairly large piece of ribbon. I'm going to feed the fold in, and then I'm just going to do this kind of like pull through method. So I fed the fold in going to the front of the tag, and then I'm just going to open that loop and pull my little pieces through. And then you can leave these like this. You can cut them if you need them shorter. I usually leave mine pretty long until I actually attach it to a package, so that I don't have to worry about possibly not having enough ribbon. But that's it. Super, super, super stinking easy and so, so, so adorable. So you can see I have 2 of these now. And then for the other 2 that I made, so I'll show you this one first. So this is the exact same stamp set and dies. So there's these like label kind of dies in here, and there are quite a few sizes. So you could do this in a multitude of ways. But basically I just took the Balmy Blue glimmer paper and I cut out the bottom piece. And then I took just a piece of Whisper White and a little bit smaller of a size, and I stamped a bunch of little snowflakes. These were also in Balmy Blue. And then the Enjoy This Season was done with Balmy Blue also. This one is just a one-sided tag, so I didn't do the fold over, but so this is another way to do it. It's really easy. I did the to and from on the back, and a super simple tag that you could whip up really quickly. This is the Snowflake Splendor ribbon. which is gorgeous. And then again, I just left these tails pretty long in case I need a lot of length for whatever package I end up using it on. So this is probably the simplest way to do it. And you could also do it with the dies that we used for the fold over tag. You could use the same dies and just do it differently. Instead of doing the fold over, you could just do a layer and that kind of stuff. So super, super easy there. And then the last one I wanted to show you is, again, the exact same concept as the first one. So we folded it over, all of that good stuff. I have a couple of extra layers here. But what I wanted to show you is if you didn't want to do the little slit at the top, what you can do is you can just punch a hole in the middle. And let me see if I can zoom in a little bit more. So you can just punch a hole in the middle of that fold and then just feed a piece of ribbon through that. This isn't my favorite way to do it, but if you didn't have this specific die set that has that little slit die, if you're using other dies, this is an option where you can just punch a hole and then put your ribbon through it and get another sweet little tag. So I really hope you guys enjoyed this. I love making tags. It's one of my favorite things to do during the holidays. I really, really love it. Like I said, I love being able to customize what I'm doing for either for someone specifically or for to match like the aesthetic, the theme that I'm going with for my wrapping or whatnot. So I really hope you guys enjoy these. As always, you can find all of the products that I talked about 24/7 just by going to littlemooncreation.stampitup.net. You can also see all of the specifics and the specific paper sizes, products, all of that good stuff by looking at the coordinating blog post, which is the first link in the description box below, or you can just go to littlemooncreation.com to see all kinds of fun stuff happening over there. So I hope you guys are having a fantastic day, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!